Hey, okay, so I wanted to make a video on this just to kind of explain and hopefully be helpful for you guys as you are working with your customers. So once somebody has been on the products for about a month, it is time to update dosages for that person. You update dosages based on how they are doing, how they're responding, how their bowel movements are. So you need to be making sure that that first month that you're in communication with them, frequently asking questions and seeing how they're doing. Once you get to about that month mark, most people should be taking the pink drink, 2 BioCleanse, and 2 ProBio 5. It's flexible as far as like when you take your BioCleanse, but you should do your pink drink. But for sure should be doing your ProBio 5 before bed, and most people are taking 2 of each. Now, if you have somebody who, once they started the BioCleanse, like they've got super loose stools, they're going to the bathroom a lot, you are probably not going to be upping their dosages with the BioCleanse. You could up their ProBio 5, but you probably are not going to want to up their BioCleanse dosage because they're already going to the bathroom a lot, right? So you don't need to double their BioCleanse so that they're like on the toilet all day long. So kind of based on how they're doing, like if their bowel movements are okay, like they're not going too frequent, then yes, you're going to up dosages. So, for most people, what you're going to do is once they're about a month in, go and tag them on that post that is in guide 1 that has the picture of the train on it. And it talks about the train analogy and how when you're adding another ProBio 5, that is like adding another engine to the train to move you forward on your health journey. And tell them, say, hey, about a month in, we start adjusting dosages for everybody. And so we're going to up your dosages for a little while. I just tagged you in a post explaining why we do that, and this is just to help your body balance a little bit quicker, so go check out that post that explains it in more detail, but we just want your body to balance a little bit quicker. So what we're going to do now is we are going to up your dosages. So I recommend you're going to be taking 3 BioCleanse and 3 ProBio 5 right now. What I recommend is that you space apart your BioCleanse. So if you know that they're taking 2 in the morning with their pink drink, you can say you can keep those there, like take those 2 BioCleanse in the morning, but I want you to add another 1 BioCleanse, so you're doing 3 total. Add 1 more BioCleanse like 30 minutes before lunch every day. And then also you're going to be upping your ProBio 5, so instead of taking 2 at night, you're going to be taking 3. Keep me posted with how you're feeling with that. Make sure that you're checking in with them and seeing how they're doing. Some people, they're going to have loose stools, some people not, and they handle it just fine. It just kind of depends on the person, so you have to stay in touch. And you don't go in there and say, hey, you got diarrhea. You need to just go in and say, hey, I know we just updated your dosages. How are you feeling and what are you noticing? If they are good and they're like, yeah, I feel fine, no changes, all good, then say, great. What we're going to do now is we're going to up your ProBio 5. Or we're going to up your BioCleanse and your ProBio 5. So you're going to up both of them. So they were at 3. You just upped it to 3. If they do okay at 3, then you're going to bump them to 4. So for instance, if they were doing their 2 BioCleanse in the morning with their pink drink, say, all right, you're going to keep those 2 BioCleanse with your pink drink, like what you've been doing, add 2 before lunch. So that way you're doing 4 BioCleanse total. And then you're going to do 4 ProBio 5 right before bed. Stay there for about a week, and then we're going to back down to a maintenance dose. So put on your calendar like a reminder to make sure you're checking in with them, seeing how they're doing with that, and then you can bring them back to a maintenance dose. Like I said, that just helps their body balance a little bit quicker. If they are like going way too frequent or whatever, you can back off on the BioCleanse. That is kind of like as needed based on the person basis. But you keep them there. And then when I say maintenance dose, what a maintenance dose means is that you are bringing them down to, most people do like 2 of each, so 2 BioCleanse, 2 ProBio 5, but really it depends on the person, and they should be having 1 to 3 bowel movements per day. So it just kind of depends on what is going to help them be regular. For me, I need to take 3 or 4 BioCleanse per day in order to be regular. My husband needs 1. So it just depends on the person. It's not shape, size, gender, any of that. It's just the person's body. So that's how you adjust the dosages. Now back to, I know I had kind of mentioned, like if you have somebody that already has super loose stools, when they're just starting the triplex, you're not gonna like just bump up their dosages if they're already on the toilet a bunch. So if you have somebody that already has those loose stools, you might have to adjust when they're taking their stuff. Work with your sponsor on that, like even just putting the BioCleanse and the ProBio together for a little while if they have really loose stools is helpful. That's not something that I recommend for everybody, but if that makes so they can tolerate it, then do it. Talk to your sponsor about that a little bit more. But if it's time to adjust dosages and this person is going to the bathroom too much already, I would hold the BioCleanse where it's at, or maybe even drop it down. But I still think it probably would be good to up the ProBio 5. It's really just an individual basis, and you're going to have to work with that person, and you might have to be asking your sponsor as you're working with that person. So it's kind of a trial and error with some of that stuff. But generically speaking, you up to 3 BioCleanse, 3 ProBio 5, and then 4 of each, and then you back down to a maintenance dose, and the maintenance dose is individualized depending on the person, and you know what their bowel movements are looking like. So hopefully that's helpful. Make sure you tag them in that train analogy post. And yeah, I just wanted to put this in here as a resource so that you guys could also share this with your teams too.